Good morning, I'm John Nayler from the eCentral Business Show. This morning, what a pleasure, I've got Lisa Fogarty here from Performance Circle on the show. Lisa, thank you very much for coming in.
Good morning, John.
Now, we've worked with you over the past little while, working on your digital strategy, got yourself a bit of a website going for you, but there's a much bigger game going on here, Lisa. What's it all about?
I'm actually preparing to put myself on stage in November in Los Angeles.
Okay, wow, okay. Well, that's a big call out because your background is in performance and staff enhancement, those sorts of things within the motor dealership industry. But how's that connected to being on stage?
Okay, well, being on stage, I've been told by my coach, it actually helps you develop your business as well. So the more you talk, the more you walk, the more you learn, and the more you can actually develop and help others, and that's what I'm all about.
Okay, great. So, and look, let's move on and talk a little bit about your career then, because you've got a long background in retail and motor dealerships. I mean, what's been your highest point?
My highest point, I think, in life has actually been winning. So in any event that I've actually participated in, whether that be in retail or in automotive, is actually winning the awards. So not necessarily just as an individual, but more as a team or even for the actual business that I'm working in. So there was one particular award, in fact it was...
Yeah, there must be one that really stood out, yeah?
Absolutely. There was one for a dealership where the business owner actually didn't think that they needed me to work for their business, but I was told that I would suit that business by another person that was very keen to have me in there. I think they had some benefits as well.
Okay, yeah.
But I approached the business owner and said that they would benefit from having me work in a position as a business manager in finance, and they promptly told me that that was not something they were considering. After several months, I actually kept persisting and went back and said to this business owner, look, I tell you what, I'll actually come into your business, work on commission only, so only on performance, and show you just how well we can actually improve your business. So without further ado, that's exactly what happened.
What was the result?
Result was that they're actually within 11 months, so not even in the 12-month period, they were Dealer of the Year, IT Business Manager of the Year with the finance company, and also Insurer of the Year.
Okay.
So hence I was actually put on the books, employed full-time with that dealer, and that actually paved the way for my career, which is here today. Okay,
great. Well, that showcases wonderfully how commitment and drive and resilience will see you through, yeah?
Absolutely, yes, that's very, very important, and I think with Performance Circle, that's actually the foundations of what we work with. Okay,
great. Now, you know, in terms of that, obviously there's always a flip side to that story, and you know, in life and in history, obviously there must have been a low moment as well.
Yes, there's probably more than one, John, but I think the lowest point in my life to begin with, there's been several recently, but the lowest was when I was told that I couldn't have children at a very young age, and I think that this actually helped me steady myself for my career as well. But at a very, very young age, I was told that I was unable to have children. I'm happy to tell everybody that I actually have 2 children.
Okay. Well, that's a big turnaround.
Absolutely, a huge turnaround. But the most important thing to come out of that was that I didn't give up. When you're told you can't do something, I think there's a little trigger in certain people that is, don't tell me I can't do it, or in fact tell me I can't do it and I'll make it happen. Oh,
okay. So that's probably the message you've got, or is that the resilience? Is that how you got back up from that place of probably as a woman and a person who wanted to become a mother?
Well, the story actually is a little deeper than that, John, because I wasn't wanting to become a mother. I was actually in corporate banking. I was Australia's first female merchant banker at a very young age, so there was actually quite a large achievement to have. And back in the late 80s, it was a horrible time for a female if you did fall pregnant, because they're actually able to sack you.
Oh.
So I no longer had my corporate job, and that actually led to other things in my life. So I think the message I want to give is never give up on yourself. From a low point always comes a high point. So that very low point of not being able to have children, which did devastate me at the time of 15, being told that. Yeah. But then at 20, finding out that you are pregnant, but then losing your dream job. The upside was that I had the children and they're with me now, and we're having a wonderful life together. Yeah. Is that it then paved me no longer being in that corporate life, but it was actually the foundations that I need for the career that I have today. Yeah, okay. Now there's a fabulous story, the road to success out of that. So what are the things that have happened since that time? Okay, well, there's been plenty that have happened since that time. Maybe hit us with the high points. Just the high points. Well, one of the highest points was actually when I wanted to get back into the workforce. Having worked long hours as a merchant banker, you could only imagine, as exciting as it was. Being a mum was fantastic. However, after 3 to 4 years of being a stay-at-home mum, I really wanted something far more exciting and decided that I'd go and find myself a retail job. Now, never working in retail before, I didn't let that stop me. Again, putting yourself out there and actually knowing exactly what it is that you want in life is very, very important. So I decided that I wanted a job in retail, and I wanted lingerie purely because I needed some new lingerie. Sound exciting? Okay. So well, that's a turnaround from merchant banking. Retail in lingerie. In particular. I can see the segue there. Oh, I'm glad you can. Most motor dealers do too, funny enough. But anyway, I sat out the front of this lingerie store, and without an interview, I actually got myself a job. Okay. So I went into this store. I chose a store that I had shopped in, and I decided that's where I wanted to work. I liked the people that were in there. I liked the product that I wanted. Yes. I also wanted discount, which was very, very important. And then I thought, well, surely I could do that role. Now, the way that I went about getting an interview was very interesting, and maybe we could hold that for another day. Yeah, maybe. So, but that's obviously, that was the turnaround. And so you came back from where that despair, but you now had children. Now, it's a fabulous story, Lisa. Fantastic. Now, you know, where you've got up to, and you started your own business now in this, around this performance edge that you want to give to the motor industry. What are other people saying about you? I think the most important thing to share with you that other people are saying about me is that they absolutely love the way that I've always bring the customer to their business. So I always look from the customer's perspective. So the same way I did when I went to Braz to this particular business, Nellie told you what it was. I think we've almost got it. When I went to that particular store, I walked in and I mystery shopped it. So I went in as the customer to see whether or not that's where I wanted to work. So that's exactly what I bring to businesses as well. We go into the business as a customer. We call it walking in the customer's shoes. Yeah. So, and because I've actually worked in retail, in many, not just Braz, just letting you know, there's been many others, but also in banking, also in car dealerships. So it's quite a lot of different genres that I've worked in, is that I always look at things from the customer's perspective, and that, I believe, is the most important thing. Yeah. I also would never ask anyone to do anything that I've never done myself. Okay, all right, great. So where are you going to take this business? I'm intrigued, you know, I've been working with you for 3 or 4 months now. Where are you taking this? I'm excited. This business is going to go global. Oh, okay. I believe, thank you. I believe this business can be implemented in any other business anywhere in the world that actually has people in it. Okay. Performance Circle is about people, process and profit. Okay, so we believe that Performance Circle is about empowering people. So we maximise performance by purely empowering the people. So if you're in the business of people, you need Performance Circle. Yeah, okay, tremendous, yeah. So that's all very exciting, and I want to be part of this journey, obviously, going forward. But what's the one word that describes
Performance Circle and Lisa Fogarty?
Passionate.
Oh, you got to underpin that with something. Give me something with passionate.
Okay, well, it's more than one word, John.
Okay, we'll go for it. How do you substantiate passion then?
I never give up.
Okay.
I will never, ever give up on anything. I think some of those stories should be able to tell you that. If we're thinking about what other people say about me as well, I'm very well known for talking straight, giving people exactly what I think.
I've seen that in action. How do you get a dealer principal to take your phone call consistently? I've seen it.
I think they believe in me as much as I believe in them, and I speak the truth.
Yeah.
So I guess dog with a bone is another way of putting it. But I'm all about the people, and every single person I come in contact with is a customer to me.
Yeah, great. So how would you sum up this total experience then? I mean, what's the full circle and the emotion that drives this?
Okay, well, I think at a very young age, I left home. I was 15 when I left home.
Yeah, okay.
One would say I ran away. I felt that I was giving up on myself, and I wanted to run away from everything, and I fell on my feet, luckily enough, and I learnt resilience, and I toughed it out for quite some time. I think all of the different jobs that I've had, the different employers, the training, the coaching, the mentoring that I've had from some exceptional people have led me to here today. And in a funny twist, I'm now actually caring for both my parents, and they're back living at home with me now.
Oh, great, okay.
So, yeah, in a lovely twist, I get to not only care for my parents and maybe make up for the time that I ran away from home at 15 years of age, but I also get to now be a mentor, a coach and a trainer for anybody else out there who's wanting to go on a journey with me with Performance Circle.
Right, okay, great. Well, and the time that I've spent time with you, and the other thing that I've got to know from you is, how do you keep that upbeat personality? How do you keep that smile on your face? You've told me these stories of history and that sort of thing. How do you do that? It's incredible.
I think when you've been through so many things, you just need to take every single day and opportunity that comes across, and believe in yourself. Absolutely believe in yourself. I like being on stage, and I was taught to smile from a very, very young age.
Okay.
And I think health comes through a smile. So, yeah, John, just keep smiling. Okay,
well, that's good advice. All right, well, there's your gold nugget for today. Lisa Fogarty from Performance Circle. Absolutely wonderful to spend some time and see the smile on your face so wide. Appreciate you being on the show.
Thank you for the opportunity, John.
No, that's great. Okay, another great experience, another great gold nugget there from Lisa, and we look forward to seeing you the next time on the eCentral Business Show. I'm John Nayler.